Hello everyone, welcome to Desert Succulent, and for today we're gonna be featuring Crassula ovata Gollum Jade. This is commonly known as the Ogre's Ears, Shrek's Ears, Finger Plants, and the Horseshoe Succulent. This kind of jade has these elongated and tubular leaves, and at the end nga nung kanyang leaves, it has these parang suction cups, and itong tips na ito would turn reddish in color if na-stress siya, while yung kanyang pinaka-leaves are green. This is a cultivar of the jade plant, and obviously we can see the big difference sa kanilang dalawa, but the similarities of them is yung kanilang texture niya. They are both smooth and parang rubbery-like yung kanilang leaves. Eventually in time, if we will be giving this more sun exposure, it would eventually look like our jade plant. Our Gollum Jade will be producing star-shaped flowers that are white or light pink in color. We need to keep in mind na they will bloom if they are ready to do so, and that would now depend on the environmental factors, which is actually beyond our control. But there are some things that we can do for it to actually bloom. So unang-una nga dyan, we need to consider yung kanyang plant maturity. Kasi if the plant is too young, then it is not ready to reproduce yet, and therefore we're not gonna be expecting some bloom, and we have to give them some time. Usually if the plant is over 3 years old and beyond, then it is mature enough to bloom. And at the same time, yung ating temperature is also very important, kasi if we wanted to encourage flowers dito sa ating Gollum Jade, we need to provide yung proper temperatures. For example, sa umaga, mainit, then sa gabi, medyo malamig. We are trying to mimic yung kanilang natural habitat, and dito sa Baguio, we can easily achieve that kind of environment kasi talagang daytime here, if you are really outside and under the sun, you would really feel na mainit, while at night or late afternoon, sobrang lamig naman ng temperatures. Having that big difference sa ating day and night temperatures is now an integral part of this plant's growth cycle. We can easily grow this succulent both indoor and outdoors. If you will be putting them indoors, we have to place it in a bright location where it can receive plenty of light. Even if na nakalagay siya sa ating windowsill area na may bright light, we cannot really guarantee na it will be giving off yung kanyang pinaka-sun stress na color. Probably sometimes they will go to this deeper green na color if they are continuously kept in this area or in a partial shade. This kind of jade needs approximately 4 to 6 hours of bright light per day to keep them really happy. Since they cannot tolerate nga yung ating poor lighting, it's best if we can grow them outdoors. And in my case, nakalagay nga siya doon sa ating rain or shine area where it's receiving full sun all day long. 24/7 talagang nandun lang siya sa labas. Several weeks ago, yung kanyang tips nito are reddish in color, very similar to what we have here, yung ating jade. Sobrang ganda nung kanyang pagka-red. Unfortunately, since continuous yung pag-ulan dito, natanggal or naging green na lang siya. Unlike before na you can fully appreciate yung kanyang red na tips. We have to introduce it slowly or gradually sa ating sunlight kasi like our jade plants, sobrang dali nilang ma-sunburn. So it's very important for us to acclimatize itong ating mga jade plants na Gollum to avoid yung ating sunburn. Watering would now largely depend on the climate where you live in. I don't really follow a schedule for watering itong ating mga Gollum Jades, but I have noticed na they prefer nga yung slightly moist na soil. I personally water these succulent more often than my other succulents. In a week, I do water this about twice, lalo na pag tag-init. And during the rainy season, once a week is enough, or every 2 weeks is enough. So it will not really depend on your location, but always check na yung kanyang pinaka-soil. You would easily see naman if nag-dry na nga yung kanyang soil, and that's the time you would start watering it. Right now, you would see na medyo basa pa talaga yung kanyang pinaka-soil, and I won't be watering this for the next 5 days for at least 1 week. It also needs a well-draining soil, and the right type of soil goes hand in hand with watering kasi if fast draining yung inyong soil, then the more often you should be watering your Gollum Jade. We can propagate them through stems or leaf cuttings, and the easiest way for us to propagate this is through stem cuttings. You can just simply cut it here, then air dry for a couple of days before potting it sa kanyang soil mix. Like with other succulents, madali din magtanggal ng leaves itong ating mga Gollum Jade. You can just simply twist it. Yeah, so let's try to remove this one. Ayan siya. So, if we will be trying yung ating mga leaf propagations, it's best nga na you can take maybe about 5 or more. It would now depend kung gaano kadami yung gusto niyo i-propagate. Kasi nga, hindi 100% yung success rate of propagation nitong ating mga Gollum Jade. Fertilizing is not necessary, but giving our Gollum Jade plant the nutrients they need will help ensure proper growth and encourage nga yung blooms sa kanya. It takes a lot of energy for the plant to produce flowers, and feeding them with extra nutrients will help supplements nga yung needs during their flowering season. And you also need to watch out for some pest infestations, including yung ating mga fungal infections, and you have to treat them right away if you spotted them. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You may also visit our Facebook page at Desert Succulent PH.